что-нибудь. Greetings and welcome everyone. I'm Alexander from UDS Systems. Thank you for joining our webinar about the basic out-of-the-box integrations of Dynamics 365 with various Microsoft applications, particularly its Outlook, SharePoint, and Microsoft Teams. So let me check. Before we start, let's test the sound. please send pluses into the chat if you can hear me. Okay. Let's wait a couple of minutes for other people to join. Okay. While we are waiting, let me outline how this webinar will be structured. So it will last approximately 1 hour. Throughout the session, feel free to ask questions by typing them into the chat. We'll gather them and address during the Q&A session. Additionally, if you have specific questions you prefer not to share publicly, or it's something highly specific, you can find a link in the chat to schedule a consultation with our company. All right, I think we can start. Then let me share my screen. So, firstly, let me introduce our company. We are UDS Systems with over 16 years of experience in Dynamics 365 CRM products. We provide various services in this domain, including implementing Dynamics 365 solutions, integrating Dynamics 365 with other systems and services, and selling licenses. With our extensive experience in integrations, I aim to share our insights and expertise about out-of-the-box integrations. About myself. So over the past 8 years, my primary focus has revolved around, once again, Dynamics 365 CRM projects, providing me with in-depth understanding of this platform. I have successfully led and implemented Dynamics 365 in various sectors and companies of different sizes, and a significant portion of my efforts was in mastering different tools and integrations. Let's take a look at our today's agenda. So, first up, we will walk you through an easy tutorial for integrating Outlook and Dynamics 365. We will explore the key features of Dynamics 365 app for Outlook, including how you link and track emails, appointments, contacts, tasks, etc., as well as creating new records and activities. And we will also touch on web version of Outlook using of templates and leveraging the assistant features. Also, we will show you how to configure and use Microsoft Bookings and how to track bookings within Dynamics. And after that, we'll dive into SharePoint integration. We will cover the key features of SharePoint and provide instructions on connecting SharePoint with Dynamics. Following that, we will also explore the integration between Microsoft Teams and Dynamics 365. We'll provide a guide on how to connect Microsoft Teams and Dynamics and highlight key features and show how to use its collaboration capabilities. And finally, we will have an interactive session where you can ask any questions you may have. So let's dive in and explore the world of out-of-the-box integrations. So let's start with key features of Dynamics 365 app for Outlook. They are listed on this slide, and I will highlight a few of them. So this application allows you to link and track email messages, meetings, and appointments from your Outlook to Dynamics, and also associate them with specific records in CRM. You can also track appointments from other people. You can track contacts and tasks within Outlook. You can create records such as contacts, leads, appointments, as well as activities such as phone calls, appointments, and tasks directly from Outlook. And also you can utilize features like adding email templates, knowledge article base, etc. So how you can enable this integration? All steps required to do that are included into this slide deck. The first step you have to perform is to set default synchronization. Steps required to do that listed on this slide. I will not stop on that because I'll show it on a real system. So next step is to test email configuration and enable mailboxes. And then you have to provide security access. And finally, deploy App for Outlook to your users. Now I will reshare my screen so that you can see my browser with CRM opened. And so share. And here it is. From here, you need to navigate to advanced settings. So click settings, gear icon, advanced settings. And from advanced settings, go to email configuration and open email configuration settings. And the first step is to set process email using to server-side synchronization. Also, you need to set incoming emails and outgoing emails, as well as appointments, contacts, and tasks if you want to track them to server-side synchronization. I have this already set, so I just click OK. And now I can go to my mailboxes to enable mailboxes. In your case, you will need to switch view to, for example, active mailboxes to be able to see other users' mailboxes and be able to enable them. In this example, I'll show how to enable it for my mailbox. So I'll use my active mailboxes view. So I need to select mailbox and first of all approve it. It has already been approved, so I will skip this step, but you will have to do that. And to do that, you will need to have a global administrator or Exchange administrator user role. The next step is to apply default settings and then test and enable mailbox. So I'll do that. And here we have an option to automatically run the test and enable mailbox right after the default settings are applied. So I have it checked. So now clicking OK. And I'll refresh this view. As you can see, test run status has changed to in progress. If the configuration is successful, this incoming email, outgoing email, and appointments columns will change status to success. So let me refresh one more time. Still in progress. It could take some time. Done. As you can see, test run status is now success, which means that the configuration of this mailbox is successfully completed and correct. On this step, the setup is complete. So now the next you need to do is to deploy App for Outlook to your users. Once again, in settings, go to Dynamics 365 App for Outlook. And on this page, you can add App for Outlook to Outlook client of your users. There are a few options to do that. You can either add it for all eligible users you see in this list, or you can add it to some specific user, selecting the user. And also there is an option to automatically add Dynamics 365 App for Outlook for all eligible users that will appear in this list in future. Now, The configuration is complete, but you also need to assign user role. To do that, you need to go to security. I have this tab open somewhere. Give me a second. So it is here. I already filtered this view by my user. So now I need to select it, manage roles, and assign the Dynamics 365 up for Outlook user role. It's a little bit down somewhere here. Yeah, right. So I need to assign it to be sure I have all necessary permissions to access up for Outlook. Okay. And done. Now everything is set up and my user, my mailbox is ready to start using up for Outlook. I'll stop sharing at this point and switch to back to slide deck. 1 second. So next, now let's take let me show you how to actually use up for Outlook. So what you can do with up for Outlook, you can link and track email messages or appointments. It can be done in the same way, but for email messages, you just open email message. For appointments, you open appointment from your calendar. What is track? How does it work? Track actually creates, when you track record, creates a copy of, for example, email from your Outlook in Dynamics. And then if any change is made to email in Outlook, it will be synchronized to Dynamics and vice versa. The steps to track emails and appointments are listed here. So you have to open email, then set. I'll show it on a real life example. So I'll just scroll to the next slide, and just to show you all the capabilities. Also, so the next thing you can do is to track appointments from other people, but to do that, you need to do some additional configuration, what is described here. This is important because we will also cover the Microsoft bookings, and to track appointments created from Microsoft bookings, you need these options to be option to be enabled, since they are created by system user. Also, you can, with up for Outlook, you can track tasks from Outlook to Dynamics, and also see tasks created in Dynamics in Outlook, depending on your synchronization filters. You can also create records like contacts, leads, or accounts directly from Outlook. I'll show you how to do that. Plus, you can create activities also directly from this application, which is very convenient. And also you can utilize the add email templates using the up for Outlook. Once again, all of the steps, if you missed something, you can always return to the slides in the slide deck, and all of these steps are described here in the slide deck. Now I am going to reshare my screen to show my Outlook. 1 second. Now opening my inbox. Share. And here it is. So here you can see, yeah, you should see my inbox, my mailbox in Outlook. So what we see here, and how can we utilize Dynamics 365 up for Outlook? Please note that in different versions of Outlook, the app itself can be located in different places. In my Outlook, it is located here. It can also be hidden under more commands. So if to track email, I need to select email, for example, this one, then click on up for Outlook. It will connect to environment. And now I see the contacts details, As you can see, I do not have this contact in CRM. And I can either track it regarding some record. That means that this email will be created in CRM and associated with some existing record in CRM. And then you can see it in records timeline, or you can simply track without regarding. That will just create this email in CRM. I'll track it without regarding. And that's it. It is tracked and now can be found in CRM. You can open this blue rectangle next to the email name also means that this email has been tracked. From here, you can now view this email in Dynamics. You can untrack it, set regarding associated with some record. And now there are some options I want to show you. It's this actually options to create new records. So click plus and you can create, for example, case, contact, account. This can be modified to the sitemap. Also, you can create activities, and there are additional options. Assistant, you can use it from this application, and I'll tell you a little bit about it later. And these are actually the main features of this application. And for appointments, it works exactly the same, but you need to open appointment from your calendar. Now, here is already tracked email. I tracked it before, so if I'll open it here, it will. It takes some time to connect. Okay, let's move on. I think what I wanted to show you also how to track tasks, because it is done a little bit different. So you need to switch to tasks, and you see some of them are tracked, some of them are not. So to track them to Dynamics, you need to simply right-click on them, categorize, and then set the category to track to Dynamics. The synchronization takes up to 15 minutes. So within this time, you will see this task in CRM. That's all I wanted to show you. So I'll switch back to slide deck, and we stopped on email, adding email templates. So from here, as you can see, everything I shown you also shown on the slides. Now, the next assistant, I want to stop on this a little bit. So what it does, its key features are to remind you about upcoming activities. Also, it suggests for contacting inactive contacts. It identifies pending emails that may be waiting for your reply, and also it can alert you for opportunities nearing the close date. So you can try it yourself. I shown you how to do that. If you have any I'm not sure. You can always how to do that. You can always return to the slide. It is shown here. Next, track contacts. I didn't show it in Outlook because there is some sensitive data. So I'll show it on the slides. Exactly the same. In Outlook, you need to well, not exactly the same, but you need to access Dynamics App for Outlook in Outlook. You can see on the slide, it can be here or here. Then when you, you will see the list of your contacts, and in this list you can view the contact card. There are two views, Outlook contacts and Dynamics 365 contacts. In Dynamics 365 contacts, you can see contacts from your Dynamics CRM. And how you can track it? You simply can check the contacts with, mark them with checkbox, and click track in the ribbon. There are some other options. You can also test it yourself, but this is a high-level overview. How does it work? There are also synchronization filter. I'll not show it in CRM right now to save time, but on this slide, you can see these tabs, how you can access these settings. These are the personal settings. Every user has to configure it himself, but you can also utilize some third-party tools like XRM Toolbox to modify these filters for users yourself if you are a system administrator. So these are the steps how you can configure them. These synchronization filters basically determine which records will be synchronized from Dynamics to your Outlook. Then I want to stop a little bit on up for web version for Outlook. It works exactly the same, but is located, it could be located in different places. So I highlighted on the screenshot that, for example, right, it can be hidden under more commands or under the apps icon. So you can refer to the slide to if you have problems finding it in your web browser, web application. Then there is also an option to configure folder tracking. What is that? You can configure up to 25 folders, and then everything that then connect these folders to some specific records, and then everything that every email that will be received in this or moved to this folder will be automatically tracked and associated with the record, for example. So useful option. You can went through the steps to configure it if you want to, and also you can configure then rules in Outlook to automatically move some emails to this folder. And then automatically tracks based on some criteria. Now, Microsoft Bookings. Microsoft Bookings is a standalone Microsoft application, a separate Microsoft application that actually allows you to create your booking page where other people can book an appointment with you, selecting well, available slots. So here I have listed steps to set up the your booking page. It is pretty simple. You can just follow the prompts, but I also listed them here. So you need to create booking page, select email, set up service for your booking, and etc. And once it's set up, it will look like this, like you see on the screen. It's a little bit small. I'm sorry about that, but still, you can see that this is our website. We have embedded the form for bookings to form on our website. So when someone clicks the book meeting button, he will see this form, then he can book a meeting, and then it will be shown in booking calendar like this. And then this booking will be also created in the Outlook calendar as an appointment for the person, for the staff with whom this meeting was actually booked. So from this point, actually, you can track this appointment exactly the same as with rest of the appointments. Just open its appointment and track it to Dynamics. You can also share this appointment with other people if you need additional attendees by sharing the link. But please pay attention that to track such meetings created from Microsoft Bookings, you will need to configure to enable this option, which is described in previous slide in track appointments of other people. This is actually track appointments from non-organizer. Must be enabled in org database, org settings. You can find once again, you can find the instructions in previous slides. Okay, that's all about Outlook integration. Now let's proceed, and let me quickly describe the key features of SharePoint integration. and then I'll show you how to enable this integration, but I'll do it on the slides. So Microsoft offers native SharePoint integration with Dynamics. It is very easy to enable and do not need any additional development. It is much better to manage documents than doing it in, for example, attaching documents to notes, because it offers ample storage space compared to Dynamics 365. And what you can do with this feature, with this document management feature, you can actually utilize the SharePoint capabilities in Dynamics. You can create, upload, view, delete documents to SharePoint directly from Dynamics, Dynamics record. Let's move to actually the configuration part. So key steps you need to perform, and they are very easy to do. So you need, once again, to go to settings. You can do it from advanced settings, as was shown before. Then you need to click on Documents Management, and then click on Enable Based SharePoint Integration, what is shown on this slide, on the second slide. Then the dialog box will open. There you will have to choose between online or on-premise SharePoint, depending on which one you use. Then enter the SharePoint site URL, and after that, validate pass the validation. To do that, you just simply following the prompts, clicking next, and everything will be, and you will pass the steps for sure. So yeah, this is on the screenshot. You see what you'll see if the validation is successful. And actually, oh no, I'm sorry, that's not on the screenshot. I don't have the screenshot. I'm sorry. So yeah, first you've passed the validation, and next you need to do is to actually define folder structure. So open document management setting, then select entities for which you want to enable document management. And from there, you can define folder structure, and there are multiple options listed here. I'll not stop on them. I'm sure you will figure out it yourself, because it has comprehensive descriptions there. Once this integration is enabled, you can start utilizing the document management feature. I will show you on a real-life system how to do that. But basically, what you'll need to do is to access the record of the type for which you enabled the document management. Then on the form, click on Related and Documents, and from there you can upload new document, and also open the location to open the folder in SharePoint. So I'll stop sharing my screen and reshare to my browser again, and show you how does it look like in CRM. So, showing my screen. Now, I have already opened Lead, for which I enabled document management. Now, I have this tab already on the form, but it can be, you can find it under Related here. And on this tab, as you can see, I have already uploaded one file here. You can upload more with Upload button. You can also create new files here, and you can open the location on SharePoint to view this file in actually SharePoint folder I'll not do that, but you can do that from here. Also, you can utilize some SharePoint features, like, for example, if you select check with checkbox this in checkbox this file, you can utilize, for example, check-in, checkout feature for viewing versions, using versions. Change properties of the document, well, and basically that's it. That's actually how does it work, and you can try it yourself. Very easy, but extremely powerful feature. Also, since I'm in CRM, I want to show you everything I tracked from Dynamics. So as you can see, everything I tracked regarding this lead is shown in the leads timeline. So you can see appointment here, tracked appointment here, and you can also see the email I tracked. So that's how it looks like in CRM, and you can also reply from here. So now I'll stop sharing, and let's then proceed to Teams integration. I'm going to share my slide deck again. Yeah, Teams integration. So key features of Teams integration. They are also presented on the slide. So with Teams integration in Dynamics, you can initiate chat conversations directly from Dynamics 365. You can connect records to existing or new Teams channels. You can make and receive team calls if it is configured. You can create and join Teams meetings directly from Dynamics. From Teams, in Teams, you can add records or views as tabs in Teams to Teams channels and then view them directly from Teams. You can co-author documents using the Microsoft 365 and synchronization with Dynamics 365. Also, you can set up the personal dashboards, and you can view, update records, and capture notes and tasks during Teams meetings. So, well, basically, for me, the most powerful and most useful feature in this integration is chats from Dynamics perspective, viewing chats and starting chats from Dynamics, Microsoft Chats. And from Teams perspective is the possibility to pin, to add views and records to the Teams and view them directly in the Teams and collaboratively work on them from Teams on Dynamics records. Let's move forward. So let's quickly went through enabling chats. As always, you are already familiar with this. You need to go to settings, and you can do it from advanced settings. And there you need to find system settings. And in system settings, there will be a link to chat plus collaboration settings. You can also do it from Power Platform, but no, I usually do it from Dynamics. I used to do it from Dynamics. Then you have an option to enable chats for all supported Dynamics 365 applications in organization or for particular for selected applications. Once it's enabled, this option is enabled, you will see the icon of this integration in the upper right corner of the screen. It is shown on the slide, but it's very small. But yeah, it is at the upper right corner of the screen. You will not confuse it with anything. So with this icon, when you click it, the chats pane will open, and from there you can start connect record with a new chat, or create a new chat and create this record. You can actually view other chats. You can see the list of 200 chat conversations. So that's how does it work, and you will see all the chats from your teams in this pane. You can also start chatting with online members. You can disconnect chats. You can connect Teams channel to a record. Everything is described here. I'll not stop on this. If you want to try it, you can do it yourself. It's very easy, but just to know that there is such powerful feature and so easy to use. Then, these are also the steps describing the utilizing of this feature. As you can see, for example, this on the screenshot, this is how you start chat with team members who are online. The next screenshot shows the chats you can see, Teams chats you can see directly from CRM, and also you can navigate to records from connected chats. So this is shown on the third screen. So there you can see at the bottom account, the sample account, Fabric Analyst, and Microsoft sample account, and contact, also the contact. The next thing you can utilize with this integration is enabling linking of Microsoft records to Microsoft channels. That's what I briefly touched on, explaining the reviewing key features. So you can enable it from administration, system settings, and general tab. Then chat flask. Well, the same. You can access it the same as for chats. Access this configuration page, and then there you can enable there are two options: basic collaboration and enhanced collaboration. To enable enhanced collaboration, you need to be global administrator. But enhanced collaboration includes everything what is included in basic collaboration, but also extends your capabilities so that you can pin, for example, records to Teams channels directly from Dynamics 365. In basic collaboration, you can do it from Teams only. So when you will click the collaborate button, I'll show it. It's the configuration part. So yeah. First, you need to enable this. Then you need to install the Dynamics 365 application to your Teams. You can find this application. You can go navigate to Store in Dynamics 365 and then search for Dynamics 365 application and add it either for you or to a team. Then you choose between entity selection or view selection, and depending on what you want to add to the channel. And then once you've finished, the tab will, with either record or view, will appear in selected channel. So these are the results. So once the configuration is complete, this how does it look like in Teams? On the first screenshot, you can see. No, I wanted to zoom in, but I can't do that. So okay, yeah, what you can. That's how does it look like in Teams. You can see the record pinned to the Teams channel on the screenshot, and also also, what you can do is to navigate to Files tab within the connected team channel and actually add files there, and all files added in Microsoft Teams will appear in Dynamics 365 application under Documents, what was the same as in SharePoint integration I shown before. That how does it work actually, and how you can connect records. So with basic integration, if you click the collaborate button on the record ribbon in Dynamics, you will be redirected then to Teams. But yeah, then you can and you can configure this connection to connect this record to some Teams channel from Teams. But if you have enhanced collaboration enabled, then you will be able to do to add the record to Teams channel directly from CRM without switching context. Also, you can set up the personal dashboard. I'll not stop on that, but you can look through this slide and through this slide, and actually following these simple steps, edit yourself. But yeah, all you need to do is described on this slide. And another great feature is possibility to start Teams to create Teams meetings and access Team meetings directly from Dynamics 365. So to create Teams meeting, you need to access timeline, create a timeline record, and then appointment meeting. Then the form will open, quick create form will open. There in this form, if it's Teams meeting, you need to set toggle Teams meeting to yes, and then fill in all necessary details and save and close. You can also do it from activities page, exactly the same. The quick create form will open. Well, basically the same as you create any other activities. That's actually the key things I wanted to highlight on this webinar. And in conclusion, what I want to say, well, actually, to wrap up, we have on this webinar delved into the extensive capabilities of integrating Dynamics with Outlook, SharePoint, and Microsoft Teams. This slide deck and what I've shown you, these guides provide a step-by-step instruction for integrating these basic tools, and you can follow the steps, repeat the steps, and actually configure them with in no time yourself, and then test them yourself. And yes, and also, if you have any questions or need assistance, you can always reach out to UDES team, and we will offer support and guidance. Also, I remember that I remember about the live chat. There will be a special material prepared about live chat. Live chat in Microsoft Teams, actually, how you can integrate this, which will be sent to all the participants of this webinar. And also, moderators will share a link to our website, UDES Systems, where we have it already configured, and you can test our live chat and explore its capabilities, well, basic capabilities from business, from user perspective, not from administrator perspective. You can explore them check them on our website. Good. Okay, let's move on. On this slide, you can see the list of services provided by our company, UDES Systems. And you can always contact us by using these contacts, and all of the links will be sent to the chat and contacts as well. So now we will start Q&A session. So I'll stop sharing. And And please send your questions to the chat. I will be happy to answer them. So let me see. Is there anything? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's wait for a while. Okay. So I see questions. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's start with. Okay. So where can we find more resources on integrating Dynamics 365 with other Microsoft applications? Okay. So you can find more information in Microsoft official documentation, forums, and community resources. These are the valuable sources of information and on integrations, and also they include best practices. So you can start with that, visiting the official documentation, then forums, and also you can search in community resources because there could be the questions already answered. Okay. Is it possible to synchronize Outlook contacts with Dynamics 365? Yes, it is possible. I actually briefly shown it on this webinar, but on using the slides. But if you missed something, you can download this slide deck after the webinar, and then refer to the slides dedicated to contacts tracking, and I think you will not have any problems with tracking contacts. But yeah, it is possible, and it is also possible to see contacts from Outlook in your contacts from Dynamics in your Outlook. Is there a limit to the number of Teams users who can access Dynamics 365 data? Good question. So no, there is no limits. There is no limits to the number of users who can access Teams data. The only limitation you are actually, well, okay, let me rephrase. No, the integration allows all Teams users with appropriate permissions to access Dynamics 365 data. The only limitation you could have is actually permissions and licenses. Then, yeah, that's. Will the presentation be available? Yes, the presentation will be available. Actually, it should be, the moderators should send it to the chat. And yeah, you will be able to download it. Can users access Dynamics 365 data directly within Teams? Yes, they can. And this is a very cool feature about this integration. You, as was shown on this webinar, you can you can configure the basic the basic enhanced collaboration and then link records to Teams channels, records of use. I'm sorry, my mistake. The slide deck will be shared among all the participants via email after the webinar. Yeah. So please check your mailboxes after the webinar. Maybe in a few hours, or maybe better even tomorrow. But you will definitely get it. Is there a limit to the number of SharePoint documents that can be linked to Dynamics 365 records? Good question, cool question. And no, there is no predefined limit to the number of SharePoint documents that can be linked to Dynamics 365 records. And that's another very powerful and cool feature about the SharePoint integration. Yep. Okay. All right. So another good question. Do you have a work example of successful integrations with Dynamics 365? Yes, we have numerous successful integration example with Dynamics 365 across various industries. And we have several real-life case studies, showcasing successful Dynamics 365 integration. You can find them on our website. So feel free to explore it and check our real life examples. All right. I don't see any other questions. Then thank you everyone for questions. I hope I answered them clearly. Anyway, if you have some doubts, unanswered questions, not sure how to do or configure something, I see another question. Which of the tools do you use most often yourself? Personally, I use the SharePoint integration. Most that's the most often used tool for me because we collaborate around the files very often, and actually the possibility to quickly upload, then manage these documents from SharePoint and see them in Dynamics saves a lot of time. But also the Outlook integration is something that I want to highly recommend to use. To keep everything synchronized, because the Outlook, I think it's the most common and the most old school application ever used in any company. So if you have CRM, you should definitely start using the app for Outlook. But Teams is pretty much a new application, but it grows very fast, and this tool that allows to collaborate between Dynamics and Teams. So in a nutshell, I would recommend all of them, but I use mostly SharePoint and Outlook. Mm-hmm. Um, then. So I think that's all now for sure. If you have, if there are any other questions, feel free to reach out us or me directly. We will try to answer your questions. Or if you need to, you can. Or if you need to, you can book a free initial consultation with us. So we can try to answer your questions and assist you in your in your questions. All right. So I think it's time to wrap it up since we're running out of time. So once again, thank you all for joining us today. We trust you found this webinar informative. Yeah, you will receive a recording of this webinar as well as presentation. I think tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. It will include all the instructions that were shown on this webinar, plus screenshots, plus all the details you need. So basically, you can just simply follow all the steps and do the same as I shown. And also mark your calendars because on 7th of May, we have another webinar lined up. This time, diving into marketing integrations within Dynamics 365. So we would love to see you there. For now, thank you again for being with us. Stay connected, and until next time, goodbye.